Hang on to your CES hats. It's time for Ajazz Tech. Hello and welcome to Ajazz Tech. I'm your host, Alex Zarnowski. It's been a few years since TVs have really stood out at CES. In 2011, we were met with the big 3D push, and we were also introduced to Sony's offerings of OLED TVs. But there was one problem. They were small and very expensive. This year, there was a wonderful showing of OLED TVs, and the kicker? They're huge, and in 3D, and simply gorgeous. One of the most talked about is LG's 55-inch 55EM9600 OLED TV, which is repeatedly taking home the gold. Tech pundits across the show floor were going gaga, enough to form a line to even see it. Really have to see one to believe it. But here's what I've heard. The blacks are infinitely black, the colors are vibrant, the viewing angle is stellar, and it's only 4mm thick. That's a real winner in my book. But as I said, you have to see it to believe it. And you'll be able to in Q3 of 2012 for an unannounced price. Estimates are swirling at about $8,000. You guessed it, the screens got bigger and the processors got beefier. Ice Cream Sandwich was definitely present, being shown off in a ton of devices this year, including a Lenovo Smart TV. Even BlackBerry tried something new by having Porsche design one of their devices. I wasn't too impressed this year, but there are some mentionables, including the Droid 4, which, as you guessed, is another iteration of the famous Motorola Droid horizontal slider phone, but this time with LTE. A company called XPAL Power, maker of battery tech, have announced the Spare One, a cell phone that will maintain its charge for 15 years on a single AA battery. It's not the nicest looking thing in the world, but its main purpose is for emergencies, among other weird uses like hotel use. Nokia made waves with the new Lumia 900. It's being pushed towards photographers with an f-stop of 2.2, 28mm focal length, Carl Zeiss optics, front-facing camera, and dual LED flash. The case is really slick with pointed edges and a very thin body. It has a 1.4 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor and 16 or 32 GB of storage. Oh yeah, it's running Windows Phone 7. Let's hope Microsoft and Nokia get their third place in the market wish granted. Apple didn't make an appearance this year, and it was Microsoft's last, by the way, but Apple's diamond in the rough, the MacBook Air, just may have sparked the Ultrabook market. Well, there were enough Ultrabooks to make your head spin, so let's jump right to the HP Envy 14 Spectre. First off, it's covered in Gorilla Glass. I don't really know if scratch resistance outweighs the danger of dropping it, but it looks really sweet, covering the entire lid along with palm rests. It does shine in the audio department, having Beats audio and an analog volume rocker. It's 20mm thick and has a, you guessed it, 14-inch screen. At least the keyboard lights up, right? I do have to admit that if you glance at it, it's totally a ripoff of the MacBook Pro unibody design. But what isn't? Apple designed that artwork back in 2008. Someone needs to start being original and stop trying to compete. The HP Envy 14 Spectre is launching February 8th for $1,400. Finally, let's tackle the gadgets and apps, shall we? First up is the Roku streaming stick. I'm personally excited to see these kind of offerings, specifically tiny dongles that fit into your HDMI port and become media streamers. The Apple TV and Roku are small, true, but they aren't nearly invisible like this. The Roku streaming stick is one of many that will make your MHL-compatible TV even more enjoyable. It's especially useful for cord cutters. Boxy's offering, called Boxy Live TV, is a USB dongle that fits into the back of the Boxy box and gives it the power of over-the-air HD. Again, this is all done without cable or annoyingly large cable boxes. Let's just hope that Steve Jobs truly cracked the TV market with his forthcoming invention. Let's move on to the app side of life with the cloud. OnLive announced and released a new streaming service called OnLive Desktop. The new service enables a user to use a Windows desktop, including Word, PowerPoint, and Excel remotely with 2 GB of online storage for free. It's currently available for the iPad and coming soon for other platforms. Well, that's about all I'm willing to squeeze into this episode. We'll pick up next time with more from CES 2012. You can now hear our shows while on the go with Stitcher Smart Radio. On-demand news, talk, and more on your mobile phone. The latest episode is always available for you, no syncing needed, and no memory storage wasted. Available for your iPhone, Android phones, Kindle Fire, WebOS phones, or your BlackBerry. Downloading is easy. Go to Stitcher.com or check out your app store. Stitcher Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio. You can find all of our podcasts at ajazz16.typepad.com. You can follow me at twitter.com/AjazzTech and search for my name on Google+. You can email me at ajazztech@gmail.com.